Students at Treasure Valley Middle School are seeing outer space from a whole new perspective. KBOI2's Abigail Taylor shows us how they're getting hands-on with astronomy in this week's Leaders in Learning.
It just blows our minds, and we get to learn more about the world around us, even though it's not on Earth.
The sixth graders at Middleton Middle School are learning we live in a great big universe.
And it's not like when Galileo was around. They believed that we were the center of the universe, right? And the sun orbited around us. So now we can figure out that the sun is the center of the universe, and we orbit around it. And we realize, oh my goodness, Mars or Jupiter has over 70 moons or something.
Right now in astronomy, they're learning all about the moon, the stars, and the sun, and what makes our world go round. Through a grant from CapEd, the students were able to get some awesome astronomy tools, like a moon phases kit, a planetarium, and this solar system scale model.
We usually just read a textbook and then wrote down stuff in our notebook, but I never understood it as much. But once we got the money and we got these materials and the stuff for it, I really understood it a lot more about our solar system and all the things we're learning in science.
Really? It's 1 to 1 billion.
So making a measurable difference in their excitement to learn.
Thinking about how big it actually is and how small we are, and for us, on Earth, we seem, pretty big, but then when you compare us to other things like the sun and stuff, we're so tiny and compared to everything else.
Putting the world around us into new perspective. Abigail Taylor, KBOI 2 News.
Every year, young Idaho filmmakers put their skills to the test in the CapEd High School Movie Trailer Contest. KBOI2's Abigail Taylor shows us the winning entry in this action-packed Leaders in Learning.
I was a little worried about mine because I wasn't sure if people would get the story, if there wasn't enough, and that it almost ruined it being the fact that it was an actual movie.
Justin Buss, a junior at Mountain View High School in Meridian, isn't new to filmmaking.
I've been working towards this stuff since about second grade. I was taking little pictures of my Legos and throwing them together into stop motions.
Recently, he took a shot at something he hasn't tried before, a Hollywood-style movie trailer for a competition put on by CapEd.
I just went through and watched as many movie trailers as possible, the ones I really enjoyed that didn't give away too much of the movie.
He took what he learned and broke apart one of his short films. Then he pieced it back together to tell a story of its own.
With an hour and a half worth of footage, most movies can put together a pretty good trailer, use plenty of footage and scenes without spoiling much. But it's really hard with 10 minutes to fill up almost 2 minutes with footage when that's, a lot of your film going into that trailer.
And all his hard work paid off. Boneyard won first place out of 25 submissions from all over Idaho. And with that came this big check, something this aspiring filmmaker says he is grateful for.
I think one of the hardest challenges in most of the films is creating a budget for it. I try to shoot with no budget, but sometimes you need a few props or costumes or some more fake blood. So it's really nice to have a lot of money to work with. What I'm going to do is probably buy some new lights and equipment and costumes for my next movie.
Abigail Taylor, KBOI 2 News.
Well, students are getting career ready through technical education that is offered right here in the Treasure Valley. KBOI2's Abigail Taylor shows us how it's preparing students for whatever job they choose.
Automotive students in the West Ada School District are taking their skills to a higher level. This career technical program gives students a chance to get their hands dirty with real-world experience.
It helps the kids to understand what it's like to work in this field whether they enjoy doing it and if it's something they'd like to do for a career.
The students come here every other day for half the day.
And we do a little bit of work in the classroom, and then we come out here and apply that knowledge in the shop.
Students are also given a chance to intern in a real shop over at Kendall dealership.
We got to see how the master technicians worked and operated, and we got to work in the quick lane doing oil and tires and stuff like that.
Helping them pick up new tools for the job.
So we just use this and we just buff up the outside of it so the gasket seals on it.
People bringing cars for the students to fix.
Whatever they need done on their car, we'll work on it and get it fixed and then give it back to the customer. It's kind of like a shop, really. It's just we do our work for free.
You know, a lot of this is not really just about teaching people how to work on cars and take cars apart and put them back together. It's a lot of things. Being respectful to people's property, putting things in their right place, the logistics of ordering parts off of the computer. All this stuff transfers over to many other careers, not just automotive.
And for some students, that's exactly the lesson learned.
I used to want to have a career in automotive, but I think as I've gone through this, I think it'd just be more of a hobby, just like messing with my cars and tweaking them.
While for others, they're learning the foundational skills for a career in the automotive industry.
It really got me interested in working on cars and tinkering with things, and I really found a passion for it.
I love to see kids out working on cars and working in the field, making a living, and telling me that, you know, you helped me to achieve this level.
Abigail Taylor, KBOI 2 News.